Way that you change my world. Damn, you're so fine, girl. Hopeless girl. Put them heels on and rule.
Welcome to Selena's Couch, where you are welcome to be free to be yourself. So you can lay your head on my couch, on my pillows.
It's all good. We can do whatever we want to do now. I'm in my bag right now. And I got a feeling, babe. Yeah. You gon' be my number one lover. Spend the night making love to each other. With the lights on top of the covers. Just me and you, babe. And I feel like you're my
Love you to Reese's Pieces.
Get you a word. Nana nana boo boo.
Hey y'all. Thank you for coming through. I'm glad to see you. Thank you for coming through, Black Ubiquity. Thank you for coming through, Mrs. Skinny. Tell Gabby I said happy birthday. Thank you so much for those who will come in. Please press the like button. I truly would appreciate it. This is Selena's Couch. I welcome anybody that would like to come up and have a conversation with me. But I have a guest on here that's been on here before. And he had the pleasure of interviewing me. And I had such a great time on his platform. We really talked about a lot of great things. And I just enjoyed myself. I really did. Hey, Brian, what's good? Yeah, pillows. Okay, pillows. I'll just mess with you, Brian. But yeah, so Also Dope is laying on my pillows today, y'all. So y'all already know. I'm just gonna introduce him again. Also Dope, thank you for coming through and showing me some love again. Thank you for laying on my pillows. Okay. So hey, we just gonna talk. We can talk about anything. Like I said, it is an open panel, so anybody can come up and show your girl some love, or you could just have we can all just have a conversation up in here. So I'm excited about it. So Also Dope, how have you been? What's up, 415?
What's going on, Selena? The second appearance on Selena's Couch.
Yes,
We
yes,
here.
yes.
Appreciate you for having me on the platform again.
Well,
Let's do it.
it's always a pleasure. You've always been a blessing to me. Hey, nobody cares. Thank you. I really was excited about this because your channel is growing. I remember when I interviewed you. Well, no, you interviewed me, and you had like I think maybe 200 and something people at the time, and then just I would say in a few days, you up to 300 and 300 and what?
317 to be exact today.
Okay. So you are getting your name out there. People are starting to join your panel. They want to have a conversation with Also Dope. Let me just ask you this, with all of the stuff that, has happened in the, past couple of days, do you think that had a lot to do with you getting subs, or, is it just, your name is getting out there a little bit more? Like, what do you think is going on?
No, I don't think it has anything to do with me growing my channel at all. As far as what, like what you mean?
With the controversy that that you have got into over, I would say, the past weekend. A lot of people are checking you out, seeing what you have to say. Now, one thing I can say about you that most people, I don't know if they realize it, you really give good reactions. It may not be, of course, we might not agree with everything, but you really do. You're very detailed. So your name is getting out there. And I wanted to know, do you think that it's because, you're doing more content, or do you think it's because of, the little beef or that you've had, in the past weekend or so? Like, I just wanted, hey, Movado, how are you? I just want to know your stance on that. Like, you see your channel growing. What do you think it's because? What is the reason of your channel growing, that you're doing things differently?
I just think it's due to just the work that I put in on the channel.
Mhm.
giving my thoughts and opinions, it resonating with, the audience that watches the content, and that of course contributes a lot to the growth of it. And it's such a great thing to see that people are interested in listening to it. Of course, you're gonna have critics. That's what come with the territory. You're supposed to have critics, because if you don't have critics, then you're not doing something right. And they attribute to the growth as well, because while it's at the same time they're critiquing, or having an opinion about the material, they're giving it views too, because they're finding
Mhm.
things, or they want to say things about it, and that's perfectly fine too, because that's why I'm putting the content out there. And for the people that just support it in general, it's just a great thing that they're enjoying the content. And uh, some of the formulas that I've used before, they're working with this, but I actually, mixed in a few other different things that I did for this channel's growth. And I just like the direction it's going in. And people are gonna, do what they're gonna do. That doesn't make no matter to me. I'm only in control of, what I got going on, and how in the direction I want to see my channel going.
Okay. And you on your last live, you were showing us your music. I really like some of your songs, and I wanted to know, where did you get some of your motivation to do some of your songs? Hey, Tupac. Hey, Lionel.
And really, I'll say, well, first and foremost, I love jazz. Jazz is just an amazing genre of music, because it's a genre of music where you can just express yourself through different instruments. Some of the bass lines being saxophone being one of my favorite instruments. No, I don't know how to play it, but if it's played right, it's beautiful.
Hmm.
For somebody to just be able to read the sheet music, and make it do what it do. So the saxophone, along with, like, pianos, and different kinds of pianos too, but just the
Right.
saxophone and just the keyboard. Uh, Jazz is just a beautiful genre of music, along with R&B, of course, and
Hmm.
of course hip hop. So when you mix all those different things, and and plus, if you already just an original person right off rip, it's going to make for a great thing. And then I have artists that I listen to that was influential as well. But like I've spoken about in a lot of different content that I've done, it's good to have influences. Excuse me,
Right.
it's good to have influences, but you don't want to be you don't want to be the person that, of course, gave you the influence. You want to also be original yourself, so you can be an influence. And that's something I pride myself on. And try not to be like the next person, because of course we all are our own individual. And when it comes to my music, I just speak about my thoughts and my opinions, and being able to shape and mold it into the body of work that I make it into. Is just a testament to just life in itself for me. And it's just a beautiful thing just to be able to share it with people like yourself that appreciate it, because that's what keep me going, and let me know that I'm on the right track as far as creating.
Right. I have to be honest with you. You make me laugh for the simple fact you have an attitude that you just don't give a damn. And I kind of like that about you. And when you're talking, you're just like da 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 da. You're just try to be cool with it. You know what I'm saying? And it really is kind of funny to me, because you really be telling people how you feel about stuff, and you just stay just monotone pretty much
Yeah,
the whole time. And I think it's hilarious. I like I said, you had me rolling on a lot of different things that you were saying. And you don't mind telling it like you see it. You see, and I like that about you. You're not afraid to just say, you're not trying to fit in with anybody. So I really like that about you. Can you
appreciate
give
that.
me like where you get this cool attitude from? I'm just, hey Lou, hey Shay, hey Big Ken, how are you? Where you get this cool kind of demeanor about yourself?
um Actually, I gotta actually just give a shout out to just you know, the father figures that I had in my life, you know, my
Uh-huh.
family, you know, having the men that we have in our family, and having that structure and that foundation, and leading me on my way as being a boy, and sending me down the path to be a man, you know, by giving me the tools that I need to be just
Mm.
that, and different variations of them too. All of them, of course, are their own individual person, but I was able to pull different things from, you know, the men in the family, and you know that actually played a hand in, you know, who you see today, of course, with my experiences and looking at
Uh-huh.
things in the way that shaped and molded me into, you know, my own individual. And you know, men, you know, you supposed to carry yourself with respect first anyway. And
Right. That
as a
part.
man, you're supposed to mean what you say and say what you mean. So,
Exactly.
you know, I myself, like I said in live streams, I would find it ridiculous to, you know, be doing this, you know, having a conversation with somebody and not having that ability to express or say what it is that I want to say. And the only
Hmm.
thing I know is to, you know, scream to the top of my lungs and be all animated and do all these extra things. I'm not used to men conducting themselves like that because
Okay.
I wasn't, you know, a person that conduct. I don't even conduct myself like that. To me, I think it looks foolish, and
Uh-huh.
that shows that, you know, the lack of, you know, guidance for men that feel like they have to do that just to get that point across. And I think it's important as a man to always be able to have good conversational skills by always exercising the conversation muscles, by being able to convey whatever it is that you're trying to get across. You know, whether
Mm.
it's you upset about something or you're happy about something. The range of emotions, it just varies, but for the sake of it, you just always gotta, you know, stay true to self, and
Right.
you know, and structure is important. So I attribute that to, you know, the men in the family for, you know, being there for me.
Okay. So your father was very instrumental in your life. So you just kind of, he kind of taught you kind of just be cool. I always have to, you know, be loud and, be, to show that you're a man, because that's what I see on here. I see a lot of men that are just, they're over the top. It's like, are you
Hmm.
a woman or a man? You know what I'm saying? Because they look for women to be emotional and be loud and going crazy and all this kind of stuff, but I see more men doing that on
Right.
here. So like when you see all of this, and I know you've seen so much of the disrespect on this app, especially, like, how do you deal with that in the appropriate way? I would say the man way, because women and men are different. So I want to know how you would deal with some of those things.
Oh, like disrespect my way, you saying?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Well, first and foremost, it goes back to, you know, everything I've always said in live streams prior. Uh, you got to know who you are as a person first and foremost. You got to
Hmm.
have that foundation, you know, and having that already understood. A place like the internet shouldn't be a place that compromises that,
Okay.
especially when it's just a variety of different strangers. Like no stranger should have that kind of control over you, and
Yeah.
especially with just words anyway, because it's not like
Hmm.
people can reach to through the screen and touch you or whatever the case is. Nobody should be able to have that kind of power, that kind of control. So, um, knowing yourself as a person. So, you know, if somebody comes up and, you know, they want to do a bunch of loud talking and yelling, of course, you know, I'm not looking at, especially if it's a man doing that, you
Hmm.
know, I'm already looking at him like, okay, you know, his upbringing is different. You know, no knock to, you know, how he came up, but it's different. I'll just say that. And, you know, I'll let them say what they gotta say, you know, and once they get through all the hollering and shouting and telling me what I need to speak to, then we can proceed. But
Hmm.
yeah, you just got to know who you are first and foremost.
You kind of seem like to me you don't bother people unless they bother you.
Right.
You pretty much to yourself until people start coming at you, and then you stay on their ass for a minute, like until you, I guess, feel like you're done. Like, what is, just take me into that. Like, because sometimes I know as content creators, like some people, they have different temperaments. Like, one person may be, I'm going to address this one time, and then I'm going to leave it alone. Even if, even if the other person keeps going with it. And some people are like, nah, I'm gonna stay on your ass. I'm gonna do it every day until I'm good and tired. And that's kind of how you are to me. Like, you, to me, like I said, you don't bother anybody, but when you have a target and they continue, you kind of just stay on it. Tell me a little bit about that. I think it, like I said, I think it's hilarious. But
Yeah,
you do have a different temperament.
yeah. It just goes back to just the content.
Uh-huh.
I feel, well, I'll say this. I know when I come up here and do the live streams that I do, they end up being what they be. I'm giving the information. I'm speaking from a perspective of what I know, and when I have someone that might disagree, again, a person that's not able to convey whatever it is that they want to say, they feel like a line of disrespect should be in order because they don't have that ability.
Mm-hmm.
Then we just have to make that content, because if you feel the need that you need to do that on camera, then I just want to put that on display by using you as an example for everybody to see of how they shouldn't conduct themselves and how a simple conversation can go a long way. But they decided to take that road. So here we are.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
looking at it that way, we are on a platform like YouTube, where
Uh-huh.
it's a very opinionated place where people
Yeah,
have
it
many
is.
thoughts and opinions, and that's fine. That's what this is for. But the moment, people think to utilize disrespect as a means to try to make somebody to will try to bring somebody down to their level and do XYZ, then that's something else. But I look at it, I can put it in a way that is digestible and still get my point across, and people
Mm-hmm.
still get the content without all the extra fat. It's just really
Right,
trimming the fat and just getting to the meat and potatoes.
right. Because you have some people that you definitely don't seem like you're gonna let go. This is an open panel. It's not really an interview. Well, you can call it whatever you want to. I'm just having a conversation with Also Dope. Like I said, but anybody can come up, like I said, and lay on Selena's couch. So it's not just,
Factual.
for him. Yeah, that's factual. So it's not just for him. So anybody can come up. We just having a conversation. So it's not that formal. But yeah, and we can go back and forth. You can ask me some questions, and
Okay.
and we can go from there.
Okay. How'd you come to finding my content?
How did I find? Well, actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. I saw you in Lonnie's chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I would just speak to you, just speak to you, like I speak to most people in the chats, right?
Right.
And so I didn't really know too much about you, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Supernova kind of told me a little bit about you, about your channel and everything like that. But I
Mm-hmm.
never really was over there, and so I think I think you reached out to me first. And
Mm-hmm.
this was last year. You reached out to me
Mm-hmm.
because I was always cordial with you. You was always cordial with me in the chats, and you reached out to me. He's like, Selena, I would really love to do an interview with you. So I was like, uh, you know, I don't know, because I just didn't want it to be content for some people. But
Right.
I said, okay, what I'll go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? You seem
Right.
like you was kind of cool or whatever. I talked to you and you kind of just ease my little fears, and I got on your platform and I had a great time. I really did. You were just down to earth. You didn't ask me anything that was, just invasive or anything. You were just really just cool, calm, and collective. And you made me calm after, I had my little nerves or whatever, but eventually it went away because it was just like me and you were just having a conversation. Like it wasn't anything formal. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt comfortable with you. Mhm.
I understand that. Excuse me. And yeah, that's, and what I had told you, prior to that content that, we had made, that's how I make anybody that comes on the platform feel. I want you to be comfortable. I want you to, be yourself. I want
Mhm.
you to enjoy, having the conversation. I want you to enjoy making the content, sharing your thoughts and opinions. I center the material around the person I'm speaking to, because how I look at it, everybody has a story.
Right.
Before YouTube, YouTube is still new. This is the digital age. Of course, it's part of it, but everybody has a story prior to it, and that's what I try to center. The conversations with the different content creators I speak to, by letting them tell their story. If it's anything on their mind they want to talk about as far as their journey, of course, that's open for discussion too, because
Mhm.
people have that right.
Well, I'm kind of curious. What made you, out of anybody you could have interviewed, on YouTube? What made you reach out to me and ask me for an interview? Because I really thought, I'm like, why would you want to interview me? I mean, I didn't understand why. So, can you kind of tell me why you want to interview me?
Yeah, it's a simple formula that I use from time to time, where with somebody that has controversy wrapped around them, and they go to different, and you have controversy wrapped around
I
you
didn't
at certain
try.
moments on YouTube. But I say all that to say,
Uh-huh.
when they have controversy wrapped around them, and they're on different content creators platforms. Of course, you're
Right.
creating content at the moment, sharing your thoughts on whatever content creators platform you are at the time. But
Uh-huh.
my formula on my end, when I get a chance to speak to the particular person that I want to have the conversation with, I
Mhm.
don't want to make it necessarily about whatever the controversy is wrapped around that particular content creator. I want to take a even deeper look as to who they are as the person first that
Mhm.
creates. And that's what opens doors to showing the people that may have a negative outlook on your creations, or just you as a content creator, and also the person that may support you and watch your content, because it's
Right.
more of a deeper dive, because again, everybody has a story.
Yeah.
So that
Um
was the reason.
and I thank you for not listening to other people that was against me. I'm glad that you didn't take that attitude. I'm glad that you gave me a chance for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that. And I think I told you that before. So many times we go by he say, she say, instead
Right.
of observing a person for yourself. Because you might get a different Selena. The other person might have got another Selena, but you might have got a different one. You know what I'm saying? So I thank you for, not taking on what other people had to say about me. I really do. I
Oh
really
yeah,
do.
for
So,
sure. Because again, it goes back to just individualism. I'm just a
mhm.
big person that practices that all the time, because individualism is something that we're all blessed with. It
Right.
would make no sense for me to have an opinion about someone because somebody else has that opinion about them. When I have my own mind, I don't need anybody to
Exactly.
think for me. If I have a rapport with somebody and they never wronged me, and y'all might have had, you might have had a disagreement with somebody else that I may be cool with. That's a situation that you and that person have. It wouldn't affect my rapport with you,
Thank you.
because of my own mind, and until of course otherwise. But other than that, individualism is key.
Yeah, I be like I told you. Also, though, I said, look, if anything happened, don't be talking about me saying I got stringy hair. Don't be calling me no porky pig. So, because one thing about you that most people don't realize, you're a roaster. And I didn't really realize that until I really started watching you. I'm like, yo, he can roast. Like, and you do it just the same monotone. It's hilarious. And it's so funny to me. Hello to everybody that came through. I appreciate you. And it is hilarious to me. But you said I had so much controversy around me. That's a shame. I got to work on that.
Well, I didn't say necessarily you had so much. I just said at that
Uh-huh.
time, at that, around the time where I did, reach out to you for the interview, was controversy going on. But I don't
Right,
know about
right.
the so much part. But at the time it was. But yeah,
Hello, what is this?
Samoan
Gorilla,
Gorilla.
Samo Gorilla.
Shout
Oh,
out
thank you
Samoan
for coming
Gorilla.
through,
Who
Samo
else in the chat?
Gorilla. We got Tracy in LA. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it.
Shout out Lisa
Yeah,
Queen B in the building.
yeah. I think, yeah, I seen you before. Where have I seen Samo Gorilla from?
Oh well, I know a
Trying
brother from SBK's channel. We had did some
to,
content over
okay,
there,
yeah.
and that's how I got acquainted with him. And it was
Nice
it was
to
definitely good content on that particular day too. So yeah, shouts out to
Oh,
Simone
nice to
Gorilla.
meet you. Okay, good to see you in here. I appreciate it. But you said what Russell say? A roaster. You must be on that wine. He is a good roaster. Russell, if you got something to say, you can come up here.
Who is that?
Russell Red. You know,
I don't know
my
him.
buddy Russell Red.
Yeah, I don't
Like
know
I
him.
said, this is an open panel. This is we just talking, we just having a dialogue. Okay. So anybody is welcome to come up. You know what I'm
Yeah, I don't
saying?
know who that is.
Russell Red. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, he always got something to say. But
Oh, okay.
anyway, I was really curious about that because I was like, hey D Santana, what's good? Um, I was really kind of interested about that. Like, why you pick me? Because I didn't feel like I really had nothing to say, really. But then, like I said, once I started interviewing with you, it was just like things was just coming out. So
Mm,
I guess I kind of had a comfort level with you that was just like, okay, I can say this, and I feel comfortable with it.
right.
And I really appreciate that you created that type of space for me. I really do. I really do. And you had a lot of controversy of your own.
Mm-hmm.
We can go down. I don't know if you want to go down a list, but we can you've had some things that kind of happened too. And you know, you kind of address some things, but some things you didn't address. How do you know what to address and what not to address? I'm just asking.
Just the nature of who's speaking. Um, like I said, I watch a lot of content, and
Mhm.
some of the content creators that I watch, it's I look at it as there's no need to respond to certain entities. It don't matter. And others I'd be like, okay, let me make this a actual uh point to speak to, because it'll make for content by using, like I said, using that as a means to put on display, the sporadic behavior,
Mhm.
so that's what it come down to. It depends on the content creator that's speaking, because some content creators, they just simply just hit the live button and just, diarrhea of the mouth, and it's just really no substance.
Mm, okay.
And
You,
that makes content too. That makes for content too,
yeah,
because
that makes a
the ones
lot of.
that talk like that,
That's
and I
what
feel like it'd be worth to kind of pull, certain
that
content from that and be like, all right, here we go,
I agree.
you know.
I think that's what attracts people a lot. People really, like I said, if me and you talking, they'll say, "Oh, that's boring. They ain't talking about nothing. They ain't talking about nobody. They ain't saying no names." So that kind of content would be boring. And you'll have people say, "Well, get some drama, and then I'll watch you." Well, you're not my type of people. So if
That's
that's what you're
ridiculous.
watching me for, you're not my people. So keep it over there. You know what I'm saying? So let me stay boring over here. But I notice even if you stay boring or in their way, in their terms of being boring, they still watch you because they trying to see what you gotta say, who you talking about, what
Right.
how you look today. I mean, these people are weirdos. So what do you think about some of these folks on this app? Like do you think that majority of people on here are weirdos? Like, what do you think? I'm just
Um,
asking.
uh, just like this person's comment right here. I don't know who this person is either.
Oh,
Um,
CP3.
yeah, I don't know who this
Oh,
person is either. But a comment like this, that's it's YouTube. So, you're supposed to talk, you're supposed to, engage, you're supposed to have content, you're supposed to make the most of the platform. Something like a comment like that is ridiculous because content creators pull from so many aspects of the platform that it just makes no never mind. You're supposed to create.
right,
So the word, clout chasing is ridiculous, especially when you're on a platform like YouTube where it's just you gain traction from different types of content. So yeah, yeah, I don't say a lot of people. It's just such a very opinionated platform that you just got all types of people mixed into the population that just should be doing other things. But it's the world wide web.
yeah, doing other things. So, what is this celebrity? He's funny. He says, "Putting pops looking ass." Like, what is this?
Oh, they loving the sweater. I see them in the comment section, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
this sweater.
it's a nice
Listen,
sweater.
man, I love this sweater. If this feels good, man. This sweater feels real good. It looks good on me. We comfortable over here, sitting real plush, sitting
He,
real comfortable. Got my water. Everything's
uh,
good. We on Selena's couch talking. Yeah,
yeah,
that's what we doing right now.
yeah.
You know,
He's laying on my pillows. Then
you
her
know.
there goes celebrity Amazon saying, "Why he trying to be the next Montel Williams?" This man is crazy. Oh my god.
What's that? A
Yeah,
troll
yeah. I think he is. I've seen him. He used to be another name.
or another
Uh,
troll name, or
yeah, he
is it an
used to be
actual
another
person?
troll name. He's always saying
Oh, it's a
something
troll. So
smart in the chat. Hey, Carl. So, but yeah, so you can ask me some more questions. Hey, 1976, good to see you. So, you can
what
ask
was
me
you
some more
saying?
questions.
So okay, I asked you how
You
you
got
came
so
across
many
the
names.
content.
Hey, Roy.
What is it on YouTube that you want to see for your channel? Like as far as the direction for it.
I definitely need to learn how to edit. Like that's one of the things that I definitely need to learn how to do is edit. Um, I really want to see what are some other areas that I can like go into. Like I was thinking
Mm-hmm.
about doing like a try on haul. Like say for instance, if I bought some clothes from Fashion Nova
Mm-hmm.
and just like try to and maybe I could do this on another channel, just like
Mm-hmm.
try on different like outfits and stuff like that. I need to find something that really clicks.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, like I said on here, you still trying to find your way. You don't know. I know for me, I don't know exactly what makes me click. Like
Mm-hmm.
what would be the content that I would say flourish more in, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Because sometimes I feel like I do a lot of different things. Like I interview,
Mm-hmm.
I talk about things that's going on in the world. I talk about some, I do story time, ride alongs, and
Mm-hmm.
things like that. But I need to find something that I can really like. It's like it just clicks for me, and I'm just really doing really well in it, and I don't pay too much attention to the numbers. I think sometimes when you're starting out, you're just trying to find out what works.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel like sometimes I found out what works for me,
Right. That makes sense too.
you know?
What is it that you're interested in? Like what's your interest? What you got any
Hey
hobbies?
Tuber. Um there's a lot of things I'm interested in. I'm not gonna talk about that, right? Thank you, Roy. I appreciate it. There's some things I'm interested in. Like I said, one thing I do like is clothes. So I like
Okay.
clothes and shoes. So that would be something that maybe, but then I said, I have to get the right camera for it. So I'm gonna have to spend some money.
Mm-hmm.
on actually getting the right equipment. Like you probably
Right.
have all this different type of equipment where you can edit, where you can be on camera, stuff like that. And I think that I need something like that. So I need to start investing in finding the right equipment that I can maybe do some of the the fashion and things like that. Because I really like clothes and I really like shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. And then yeah, I even thought about, since people used to talk about my lace fronts, I even thought about doing some things, with different types of wigs, showing people different styles and stuff like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So there's a lot of different things that I would like to get into. I don't know exactly, because some of this stuff, like I said, these people, I really want to get into a different algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know some people probably will follow me from over here, but I definitely want to get into a whole new zone.
What's
You know,
keeping you from doing that?
like I said, time. I would say I'm still managing my time. I work full time. I go to
Mm-hmm.
school. I'm studying. I'm writing papers. You know what I'm saying? Then I have a personal life, so I'm balancing everything. And I think that I really should have did it when I was out for the summer, and had when I had more time, and I didn't. I just was lazy in the summertime. But I
Mm-hmm.
think that once I can kind of finish, this semester, I have one more year of school for this particular degree. Um, I'm really going to really focus in more on what can I do on the social media side a little bit more. But school and working full time, it takes a lot of your time. And then on top of that, trying to have a personal life as well, it's just kind of so you can stay normal, not
Right.
like some of these folks on here that's just all about YouTube and that's why they're nuts. But it's kind of like just trying to have a balance. And
Right.
then money, it takes money. It takes money to buy the right equipment, right?
Right.
Then on top of buying the equipment, you got to learn how to use it. Because if you just have the equipment, you don't know what the hell you're doing. Yeah, you wasting money. Well, like you just have expensive equipment in your house. So there's a lot of different factors on why I haven't got into certain things, um, that I can talk about, you know?
I mean, I hear you, but I think those are all things that's obtainable if you want it bad enough. We all know how it goes. You make time
Right.
for what you want to make time for. I don't see what would be stopping you to do some quick uploads about some fashion, some talking about fashion, talking about different sneakers or boots or heels or whatever, the type of fashion you want to speak about that particular time. It takes nothing just to grab your phone and, make a video.
Hmm.
You make time for what you want to make time for. I get it. It's
That's true.
always factors that, in life, and life definitely be life, and I get that. But content
Hmm.
creating, and that's something you want to do, I should say do it. That's the hardest part. Is just putting the effort in just to do it. Do your first video, see how it go, and go from there. I don't think you should let things like that stop you from being great.
Right, right, right. And like I said, it's other things, I have to talk to you, later about that. But I'm just really just trying to find something that I know that I would really be good at doing. Um, I was kind of skeptical of doing interviews, especially in this sector,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like if it's not one thing, it's another. When you're doing interviews, kind of like what you were saying earlier when you was reading CP3's comment. Interviews are most of the time going to be there's going to be some controversy in there, whether it's surrounding the person or they're in smack dab in the middle of it, right?
Right.
And so that's what makes it interesting. Some type of controversy or some type of trial or something that a person has been through.
Right.
Like nobody just wants to interview a person, they have nothing going on. That doesn't make any sense. We're not interviewing for a job. We're interviewing because there was an event that happened, right? So you go through those type of things with people, they don't understand what an interview is.
Right.
They're like, oh, well, you're saying you're not being messy, but you're in it. It is it has to be something
Right.
for me to interview a person. There has to be
Exactly.
either their surrounding or they're in it. You're asking questions about the event that they were in, or it's the things that were surrounding around it, right? So I don't understand people.
And
So
see,
I
that's why I say you shouldn't let. And I tell it to like, and I speak to myself too. And
Mhm,
that's one thing as a content creator you should know. You can't let the, of course, listen to the audience, listen to, the people that actually watch the content, understand what direction you're going with it, and
mhm,
support it, and this, that, and the third. And of course, you're going to have, critics and stuff like that. But don't let that solely control how you create the content. If you
mhm,
see a means to make it a certain way, then go with that means. And the people that support it, they're just going to support it. The people that's going to be critics, they're going to critique because that's what they're going to do anyway. But
mhm.
always stay true to your content.
Right, right, right. And that's one thing that I really like how you do it too, because you stay true to your content. You don't let too many things move you right or left. You just stay, to me, kind of just even keel. And I
Okay.
like that about you. I feel like you know what you're supposed to be doing on your platform. You're not all over the place,
Right.
right?
You got to have structure. It always goes back to structure, having some type of foundation. These people, like right now, people are going to say what they're going to say in chats. People are going to say what they're going to say in the comment section. That makes me know, never mind. It's just people typing, people
Mhm.
using their energy to type the things that they type. That makes me know, never mind. When it's the
Right.
actual person putting the work in to create the content. So
Mhm.
the engagement of people typing, that's all what's supposed to happen. If I'm able to invoke some type of thought, conversation, or emotion, then objective completed. You're doing something right as a content creator. and,
Mhm.
and it's a lot of elements that go into the creation process. But if you got boxes checked while you're doing it by invoking those things like conversation, thought, opinions, emotions, then you're on the right path. Because if you don't check any boxes and nobody has an opinion about it, then you're doing something wrong.
Right. Mhm. They say you got to be controversial person, famous, popping, and trending topics for most people to want to interview you. Yeah, that's what I thought, LA.
Right.
But some people, they say you're being messy when you're doing that, and it's like, what was the point of interviewing a person? I don't understand. We're not interviewing for a job interview. It has to be a topic. So it has to be something that has happened, a trending, like you said, a trending topic. And most of the time it's either the person it's either that's in the situation, or things
Hmm.
that have surrounded them,
Right.
that their name has popped up in some stuff, kind of like how mine was. And that's
Right.
why he wanted to interview me. I'm not going to go on there talking about, oh, when I was a child, and when I went through this, when I was a teenager, I went through this, unless it's something that has something to do with topics of being an adolescent, or being a
Mm.
young woman growing up in the inner city, things like that, maybe.
Right.
But come on now, you people got to learn to think before they start spewing out their stupidity. And they really just do it so they can find something to criticize you about. That's just basically what it is. They can't just say, oh, it was actually a good interview. They're going to just say, oh, well, she said she doesn't want her channel to be drama, but she's interviewing people. Like, these people are
But
retards.
that right there should give you more reasons to stay true to your content,
Right.
knowing that it's people that watches that's all over the place when what they say in chats or underneath uploads or shorts and stuff. That's when
Hmm.
it's important for you to know who you are as just not only as a content creator but a person. Like it's
Hmm.
important that you know the content creator and self. People gonna say things that makes me never mind. It doesn't stop anything. People are entitled
Right.
to their opinions. What matters is what you do when you're on platforms and what you put out there for the masses for public consumption. Everything
Hmm.
else is opinionated, and That's what you want. You want people to speak. You want people to whether they agree or disagree. You
Right.
want all that. That's really what drives me. Again, if I'm
Mhm.
able to invoke some type of emotion to make somebody feel like, oh, I can't stand, that OSD, oh, that nigga, he weird, oh, I can't stand him, he weird, oh, hell, he ain't no, oh, this, that, and the third. If I
Yeah.
can make you feel like that from the comfort of your home, objective completed.
That's pretty funny. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
It's a simple
Yeah. So you
formula.
really like you want people to feel that way so that you can have some type of
Yes,
impact, whether
because
it's
they're
good
going
or
to keep
bad.
watching, or they're going to watch the content creator that
Right.
speaks about me, that make them want to go watch to listen more for what I might say, even though they
Right.
might have the opinion, but it's still going to be that how can I put it? They're going to remember you for whatever it is that you're saying or what's
Right.
happening in that moment of time, and that's what matters. That's what matters as a content creator. Make people remember you.
Have you ever did something on here that you regret, like, or said anything that you regret?
Um, no, actually, I don't have any regrets from anything that I've said up here. Everything that I've said up here was what it was. I always try to be mindful with the things that I say when I'm on
Mhm.
camera or what kind of uploads that I do, because I understand and respect digital footprints. Because
Right.
even if you delete a video or put it on private or whatever the case is, somebody got it, or it's the internet, it's just digital footprints where somebody has it or somebody got a clip of it or whatever the case is. So that's why it's always important just to be mindful with what you put out there, because in this digital age,
Mhm.
it's out there, and it's
Right.
up and
Right.
stuck.
Right. And I gotta be honest with you. I think I have. And the only reason why I say that is because I allow some, certain people to get up under my skin. I couldn't be, thank you so much, Marilyn. I appreciate it. I couldn't be that cool, calm, and collective like
Mm,
you. Thank you so much, Carl. I appreciate it. I couldn't be like you. I get in my feelings and I just start, going off and then I said, dang, why did I allow this person to get me off, or make me respond when I should have ignored. Like sometimes I do be maybe I'm hard on myself sometimes, I don't know. But I do say I've made some mistakes on here. I have made some mistakes on here because I think about the people that might watch me,
mm-hmm.
that may be a supporter of mine or a family member, because I have like bukus of family members that
Right.
watch me, and sometimes I'm like, you know they be like, girl, you don't went in, who messed with you
Mm-hmm.
today or something like that. And I was like, oh my god. So I knew that this coming year I had to be a little different. I had to be more strategic in
Mm-hmm.
how I responded to some things, because I said, you know what, I got people that might be watching me. Hey, Ernest.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think about, what if my nephew and nieces, when they get older, if they see
Mm-hmm.
auntie on here, screaming and cussing, I was like, oh, shoot. I'm like, well,
Right.
they should, but I often say they should know me by now, but I'm like, nah, that's still not right. But I think about things like that, and I said, I had to do some things differently, and I
Mm-hmm.
can't blame nobody but myself. You know what I'm saying? But we have those days where I know for me, I have plenty of days I'm like, I should have kept that to myself, or
Right.
I shouldn't have let
And
that got to me.
I agree. I agree
Mhm.
with, those family watching the content. That's, to me, that's a baseline that content creators can use when they're in
Right.
front of the camera talking, because can you show the fam that? Can, like, what you're saying, what you're
Well,
creating. Like,
yeah.
granted, I might make a video or do a reaction to somebody in a pocket of YouTube or whatever the case is, whatever I'm speaking to, but
Mhm.
I can still show the family that because they know my temperament. They know how I am. They know how I overthink. They know me. So I'm
Right.
able to show family that when you know you can't show content to the people that really matter to you, that they matter and you matter to them, then that's when you know you kind of strayed away from the content that you want to do, that you can't sit down. Now the content that I do, I can easily just sit down with fam and just we sit there and laugh about it, and they be like, what,
Hmm.
that really goes on YouTube? I'm like, yeah. And them
Right.
seeing me
They
and
can't
hearing my
believe it.
breakdowns and just seeing what I'm putting up there or whatever I'm speaking to, and we have
Right.
a good laugh, because that's what it's for. It's for the entertainment purposes only. So I might be on a panel and somebody might want to come up and just, they call themselves getting off by doing a whole bunch of cussing and fussing and all this animation. And it just makes for content because I can, and then if I go to choose to do a reaction to it, and I go to show family or people that, or loved ones, and when they be sitting back like, oh, you be on YouTube, and I go to show them that, they'd be like, boy, you a fool, man. I said, hey, I try to tell them every time, hey,
Right.
this
Right.
is live,
Right.
this is on camera, and it doesn't go away. So I've never, when you feel ashamed to show your content to loved ones because you've gotten out of your body, or you gave people that kind of power
Hmm.
to make you do those kind of things, then you're definitely steering in the wrong direction. But if you can pull
That
up
part.
videos and be proud of your content and stand behind your product 10 toes, then you got something good. And the kind of
Right.
content that I create, I stand behind it 1,000%, and I'm never ashamed of it, because I know just the mind that I have, it just produces, a good body of work, because I'm mindful of what I put on the internet, because I know how dangerous the internet can be.
Exactly. And and like I said, that's why I'm making it I would say a promise to myself, make sure I do the content that I would be proud of, that I wouldn't mind my family seeing. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I just kind of am getting into that, but they already know me, so real, hey, raw boy, people are like my family friends, they already know me,
Mm-hmm.
I have one friend. She always called me the Oak Cliff assassin. so, they already know me. They already know that I'm not all that sweet at times. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
um, but I still want to represent myself and be proud of myself. Like when I get off of here, I don't want to be like, dang, I really crashed out. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I think with me, I'm just learning to be a little bit uh, more conscious of what I do and how I address certain things. Like I said, there's going to be some things I will address. There's going to be some things I definitely won't, because
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not going to be good for me and my platform. You know, but
Correct.
there's
Yeah.
some things that need to be known because people they get too far out of hand,
Right.
and I think that the disrespect that a lot of people do on here, it's not warranted. Like some people are just disrespectful and they don't give a damn about what they say to you. They bring your mama, they bring your dead granny and
Mm-hmm.
everybody else in the equation. It's like,
Right.
wait a minute, you going out, you going too far. You know what I'm
But but
saying?
but but we but and even with that, I'll speak to that. Even though they meet with disrespect by doing all that, pulling up their relatives, all that, their
Hmm.
relatives and stuff like that, loved ones and stuff like that, that's only a reflection of them. Because a person that respects family and understands that it's love that go into families and people that, care about each other and all that, they would never do nothing like that. So for a person to go out their way to show families of family members and things like that, that shows that they don't respect their own. Because if you
Right.
really love family and value what went into the actual origin of a family, the family crest, uh, bloodline and all that other stuff, you wouldn't try to make that as a means for content to hurt somebody by putting up loved ones that don't know what goes on the internet,
Yeah,
just to
they
try to shame
oblivious.
somebody else. And I've said that. People put it up. I'm like, well, damn, they looking at a damn good family, because look at the product. So you
Okay.
put them up. It's only a reflection of who you see today. And guess what? It's still going. I
Right.
still
Right.
have the people that's being put up. They're still instrumental in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's only a reflection of themselves when they lead with disrespect like that, and it always backfires
Right,
because you
right,
lose
right.
nothing because those are still your loved ones.
Mhm.
But and it doesn't make them feel it. They may feel good at that moment, but it really doesn't do anything. Especially
No.
if it's pictures that was already posted by family members online anyway. That means nothing.
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah,
only a
you're right.
reflection of who the person was that does that. You know, it makes them look bad.
Right, right. So you have no regrets, unlike me, you know. So that's good. What are some of the things you learned from last year that you're going to apply this year?
Um, just keep working. You know, keep your head down and just keep working. The
Mhm.
grind never stops. I know at times, you know, you might get discouraged. Like, man, I don't feel like creating today. I don't feel like doing this today. Or
Right.
I want to, you know, get into a whole nother bag or whatever it is. But no, the key thing is consistency. Just keep putting
Consistency.
out content, staying true to self, listening to the people that support you too, you know, because those are the ones that's going to continue to make sure your channel grow by bringing in others to watch what you got going on too because of just the baseline of what you predicated your channel on. So just
Mhm.
consistency being, I mean, I'm not saying that I wasn't as consistent, but I know I can be more consistent because like I just told you, you make time for what you want to make time for. So
There,
that means you
yes,
got to
that's true.
delegate time to what it is that you want to do, especially if it don't feel like a job because you're passionate about it.
Yeah, Roy Boy said it's too positive in here. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe if we can get some people to come up on the platform and start some drama, that would be good if that's what y'all want to do. Look. Oh, so dope. He can handle himself. He a big boy, so he can handle it. But yeah, he says too positive. You know, I definitely learned a lot from last year. One thing I definitely learned is not wearing your feelings on your sleeves. Like that's the worst thing you could ever do being on YouTube, especially as a content creator, because you'll always be upset about something, right? I just learned not to wear my feelings on my sleeves all the time, you know. And I know for me, also being strategic about my responses. Everything is not warranted a response, and when it is, be strategic about it. Know what you're saying because you're going to have to stand on it, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I just think with me, I'm just kind of learning not to be so emotionally tied to situations and people on here. That's what I'm learning. I
Yeah.
think having hey Mika, having tough skin is basically what you need when you come on this platform. I'm telling you, this is not for the faint at heart. This is not for the weak.
Right.
If
I
you
agree.
are a pussy, you need to stay off of YouTube if you're going to be a content creator because you're going to get a hit all types of ways. All
Yeah.
types of people are going to be coming at you crazy. And what do? You know what I'm saying?
Right. You gotta look at, and then you know when you speak about being strategic, you gotta look at who's saying what they're saying too. You know, just
Uh-huh.
sit and listen to the content. Some of that stuff ain't even worth. It ain't even worth it, especially if you hold yourself to a certain standard. And of course, knowing who you are as a person, and then listening to what the person that's saying what they're saying about you.
Hmm.
Some things don't even require that because it's just beneath you. You know what I'm saying? And you know what direction you're heading. So some things is, whatever it is, it's just free promotion at that point.
Free promotion. Have you ever gotten so upset with somebody or just felt so disrespected that you wanted to meet up with that person? I'm talking about anybody on here. Like, can you give me an example? You don't have to say the person, but like, has there ever been a time where you like, oh, I wish I could see that person?
Oh yeah, definitely. It definitely has been a time. Man, it's definitely been a time. But me knowing the outcome of what could happen and where it could land me as far as my decisions, you just gotta be smarter than that because That's what this platform is. When you just have a bunch of people amongst populations of other people they wouldn't even never be associated with in reality. That it's just it's foolishness. So you got to recognize foolishness and treat
Hmm.
foolishness how foolishness should be treated, and that's just
Right,
letting it be what it is and let it die off, because it's going to die off eventually, because there's only so much that hatred can fuel before it dies off, because most of the time hatred needs a host. It's a
right.
parasite, and when a parasite doesn't have a host, it dies off.
Hmm. So what? So when you feel that in your body, like you really just feeling away, like what's a good stress reliever for you?
Just talk to family, talking to family, talking to family, talking to family. Talk to
Okay,
people that actually matter in your life, and of course, because they're going to give it to you raw, how it is, because their opinion really matters. And of course, talking to close friends too, and that you respect their opinion, and they're going to tell you like it is, and that's what's going to really bring you back.
right.
Because those people can see you veering off, but they're going to always bring you back, because
Yes,
they
indeed.
know, what I'm saying, the outcome. So you need people in your corner that's going to be able to put you back on the right direction, and have you steering the course.
Hmm. Amber says, also dope is kind of low sound.
Kind of
You
low
have your
sound.
mic? Yeah, she says you low in sound. Um, yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. I always have those friends that call me and be like, girl, what's going on with you? Or I have, a homeboy be like, or, somebody that I'm close with, they might call me and be like, Selena, you better than that. Don't don't keep doing it. Like that's crazy. So I agree with you on that. Family members, friends, people that just support you or care for you, especially those that don't want to see you crash out. Those are people you definitely need to talk to. And they actually keep you kind of centered too. They'll keep you, like level headed. I'll say that because there's going to be some times where you don't want to be so level headed. You just don't want to be. You want to crash out like everybody else. But
Right.
you'll have people like you said, to kind of reel you back in and be like, "Nah, it ain't that serious.
Right. Right.
It's not
Exactly.
that
Because
serious."
it's not. It's the
Mhm.
internet, and you should never. Can you hear me good? How's the levels? Can
I
you hear
can
me
hear
good?
you. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Sound good.
Um, it's the internet.
Hmm.
It's a bunch of ridiculous people talking. Um, Everybody got a phone. Everybody got a means of going live and just talking.
Right.
So that's something you just always have to keep in mind. That's why it's just important to just know who you are, not only just a content creator, but a person. It always goes back to that. It always goes back to that. You got to know who you are, not to give somebody online just saying words that much power to control, how you dictate yourself and your range of emotions
Hmm.
online.
Right. I agree with you. Slim, what is good? What's good?
What's
My
up, Slim?
boy, my St.
Good
Louis
evening.
boo.
Good evening. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's going on?
What's going on, Slim?
I can't call it. You know me. Hard at it as always. OSD, what up, Pop?
What's up, G?
And what you had to add to this conversation?
Um, I kind of agree with a lot with what y'all saying. You know what I'm saying? Like me for one, I'm known as a maybe a how would you say it? I wouldn't say a crash out, but I'm known to spaz out, depending on the circumstances. But again, like y'all said, a lot of my family and friends that know me, uh, they know me. They know that's me. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't surprise them me being the way I am because this is actually me. You know what I'm saying? Even my mom. I don't know if
Mhm.
any of y'all seen my last live, right?
You're
Somebody had the
right.
nerve to, call my mom's they had the nerve to call my mom's a bitch on her, right? So,
Oh
we
wow.
was sitting up there talking about something, and I was telling my mama, we was just talking. It was just a general talk, but I'm my mama's son, you know what I mean? And she
Right.
raised me, so if you could kind of get an idea of where I get it from, you'll have to meet my mom's, my grandma. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I come from a long line of you know, people that don't take no shit, don't play or none of that. So
Right.
that's where I get it from. But you know, she laughed at it. She was like, "Well, shit, you know what I'm saying? He must don't love his mother and shit like that." So I'm like, "Hey, you know," and what I assured her was that's not something that I do. I didn't retaliate by speaking on a people, or I don't have to do that. You know what I mean? That's not how I get down. Um, but at the same time, you know, when you speak on my people, I gotta let you know, goddamn me, you know, you these people you talking about, you can't fuck with them in no kind of way, shape, form, or fashion.
Well, let me
You know,
ask you
these
this,
some hell of a
Sam.
people you talking about.
I was kind of looking at your live the other day and I was a little concerned. You seem pretty upset. I didn't hear all of it, but I heard some of it because I think I asked you, who are you talking about? I was just being nosy. But you were saying it was some clowns, so I just
The
left it alone.
lanes, the usual lane.
So how did it get to that conversation where it went talking about your mom? Like, what happened with that?
uh, I don't know. Me and this person had whatever issue it was between us. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking on him. He chose to
Mm.
throw my mom's in it, so I was like, oh well, shit. Okay, well, she a bitch then. But you know that's cool. I can go back and say some shit that's been going around YouTube, referring to you and your moms, but I ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to do
Okay.
that. You know, you a clown enough nigga to me and to the rest of YouTube because we see it that I can just keep it on you. That ain't how I get down. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't, uh, compromise my integrity and go against what I stand for because I ain't that invested in it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't that invested in it. You can't make me mad enough that I'm gonna take that I got to take it there. Now,
Mhm.
me telling you, what happened to you, you come fucking with me. That's something different. That's just me telling you, hey, I don't think, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm no type of nigga that you would want to fuck with. So, you know, for somebody to say that, you know, I'm that upset. No, I'm just telling you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'm from
Yeah,
the
because
loop. What we make it do what it do, baby.
I think I got in the middle of the conversation, so I didn't know who you were talking about, and I just said, "Okay, so he's having a bad day." Um,
No,
so
I
I
wasn't
just
having no bad day. No, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
it's some real cowards on her. I'm talking about like for real, for real. Like, you know what I mean? And instead of somebody just speaking their mind, like I speak my mind. If I don't fuck with you, I don't like you, then I just say that. I'm man enough
Very
to say
hard.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it'll be niggas on her and they're trying to act like, hey, you cool with them and let some other nigga say you ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? So when it
Mhm.
come a time that some other nigga say you ain't cool, then now they got something to say when they could have said that in the first place. So that was my
Mhm.
issue the other day. You know what I mean? A motherfucker trying to address me like, was we cool? But then turn around and say they don't like me because of X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? And decide to call me out for some shit that we've seen plenty of motherfuckers do. And like I said, and like I've stated on many occasions, I don't aggress none of these niggas for them to think that I'm on her being tough or internet gangster. Every nigga that I came at like that, they aggress
Mhm.
me in that manner. They call me out. And y'all know my motto, all call outs mandatory. You know what I'm saying? And what that mean, that don't mean, listen, that don't mean any and everything I gotta call out what I see on her. Nah, what that mean is if a motherfucker call me out, that's call me out to play Madden on the game. If they call me out to shoot dice, if they call me out to fight, they call me out to shoot it out. Hey, I gotta respond. That's mandatory. You know what I'm saying? That's what that means for me. Now, other people try to make it mean that I gotta call out everybody hypocrisy. I gotta call out everybody contradictions. Nah, that ain't what that means. So don't get it twisted. But you
Mhm.
know, a motherfucker call me out for a fade or whatever the case is, I'm gonna respond whether it be a
Mhm.
conversation or whatever the case is. It ain't that I'm tough, but these niggas is aggressing me. So now that they aggress me and invite me, you know what I'm saying, threaten me with a good time, shit. What we doing? You know what I
But
mean?
Slim, let me ask
But
you
I
this: Do
get the
you
I
let me ask you this, Slim? Do you really think that they gonna try to come and meet you? Like, Honestly, most of these people ain't trying to do that.
Fuck nah. Man, listen, man. It's been so many motherfucking threats and supposed to be phased that ain't nobody did that shit. So now when they get around to me, I don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
don't believe you. You got 4 or 5 fades that already been arranged way before me and you even had a problem. So nigga, till you get to them, I don't believe shit you talking about. You know what I'm saying?
So what's
But
your
at the same
okay?
time, at
Uh-huh.
the same time, I ain't finna let no coward talk to me no kind of way, whether it's on the internet or whatever it is. Nigga, I'm gonna talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm from the loop.
Uh-huh.
Where we make it do what it do.
Hmm. Well, Slim, are you? I would say, what you trying to do with your platform this coming year? Because it's gonna always be people that's gonna be disrespectful. So, what are you gonna do with your platform? Are you gonna continue with the going back and forth with people? Are you gonna focus on your craft? Kind of introducing people to what you do, as far as your occupation. Like, so what are you planning on doing? Just curious.
I'm definitely planning on doing that. But in the meantime, while I'm doing that, I got a few things that I need to tighten up. Just as far as within my business, the house I just moved out of, I got to get that ready to get that appraised. It's just a few things I got to get going first before I can really buckle down and try to do my full content creating thing as far as with my contracting. You know what I mean? My remodels and all of that. Like for instance, right now, uh, I just got through. I don't know if y'all been keeping up with this. This kitchen was like, what I'm saying, burr. But I'm putting the cabinets up. I'm in the process of putting these cabinets up right now, and
Mhm.
I had did the floor and different things. I do different walkthroughs on what I mean, on my lives or whatever. So
Right.
people see the progression, and you know what I'm saying. So
Mhm.
I don't just be talking on this motherfucker. You know what I mean? I actually be,
Right.
putting some shit together. I'm actually building. You know what I mean? At the same time, talking my shit. Uh, I'm gonna clean it up, polish it up, but I ain't gonna do that right now. I ain't gonna do that right
Right.
now.
So you just, like I said, because you're really
But
talented in what you do. But let me ask you this: do you think that you're gonna
appreciate that.
get more views when you're talking about some of the beef that's going on in this sector, or like where do you think you get the more views when you talk about your occupation, or when you're going back and forth with people? You're on
I would
mute.
say yeah, I get more views because this is huh.
Okay, you can talk. At first, you were on mute. Go ahead.
I get more views with the fuck shit. Damn, should I say? Can I say that? With the
You've
with the
already
with the
said,
bullshit with the beef on her.
yeah.
Yeah, with the beef because that's what this pretty much what's going on.
Right.
With this sector, the sector that I'm in. Most people that I'm associated with, even though they venture off and do different things, different content as well, but mainly, the beef is what draws the crowd, right?
Yes,
How I
definitely.
try to do it is in the midst of that, I may turn up, start talking my shit, but then I stop. Hey, this is what I got going on. Or I might get some gems about, hey, if you looking to start now. I might do different stuff like that. If you watch me and pay attention, then you know I do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, I even had a brother. I don't know if you know him, Muso. He
Uh-huh.
called. He popped up on my panel one time, and he was in the middle of a project as well as I was in the middle of a project. But he just so happened to be doing the same thing I was doing, which was installing tile in the
Right.
shower in a bathroom. So he needed a few pointers because that wasn't what really his expertise. He's a
Mhm.
tradesman, but he's a diesel mechanic. He a diesel mechanic. So uh, at that time, I was able to walk him through that because I was actually in the middle of the process where he was at, and shit, I helped him out. You know what I mean? He got to finish that project, get his paper, and shit. I ain't asked him to do it, but he shot me something through Cash App on the back end just as I helped him out. You know what I mean? I ain't do it
Wow.
for that, but as long as I was able to help somebody, that was cool with me.
Mhm.
So, like I say, that's what I'm about.
Okay. Well, like I said, you're
So
definitely
yeah, I'm gonna talk
talented.
my shit.
Yeah, I know you are, but you're definitely talented in what you do as far as the building thing, building around the house and things of that nature. Like that's something that you definitely I would say you would probably get a lot of views in a different sector, of course, like in a different algorithm, not sector, but different algorithm. You would definitely get a lot of people that want to know how to do certain things. You would get a lot of views and on that, but if you want to keep dealing with this
Exactly.
other
And I heard that a
stuff,
lot.
if you want to keep dealing with this other stuff, go ahead. But it can only go so far. It's kind of like it's a cap on it. You can only go so far with it, and then after a while,
That's a
it just
fact.
gets boring. It just gets boring. So, because we are,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
a
as
fact.
human
That's a
beings, we're
fact.
programmed to gravitate to drama, any type of negativity. That's where we're programmed. I think for the most part. I don't know. If you, I don't know, when I was a kid, especially in the summertime, I had one cousin, we would watch Jerry Springer it was every night we would watch Jerry Springer in the summertime, and we gravitated to the drama. And that's just really how even adults are. We gravitate to things that are it's exciting in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. But I really think you have more to offer than just going back and forth with people you don't know. I think you have a lot of talent, and I think you should, maybe invest in some of that as well. Make sure that people can see what you're doing, and if they have any questions or they're trying to do what you're doing, they can follow what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Those how-to kind of videos and things like that. So I wouldn't waste my talent. I'm gonna just say that. And that's just my opinion on
Right.
it. Yeah.
I,
So did
I
you have
I
any?
I get that a lot. I've been hearing that a lot lately. You know what I'm saying? I've been
Right,
hearing that a
right.
lot lately, and I've been listening. You know what I'm saying? I've been taking that into consideration. But you know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm at the end of the day, I'm me, right?
Yeah, you're
Uh,
gonna be you.
so I refuse to let lames and whatever else that's on her, like you know what I'm saying, like even think they can even like you know what I'm saying, anything with me on any type of level. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right, right.
uh, I've been trained to go, so I'm gonna pop my shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially
Yeah.
when it's called for. Now,
Mhm.
um, I don't have to respond to everything, and I don't. You know what I mean?
Right.
Uh, I know it's a lot. I ruffle a lot of feathers just by me coming up here. Probably a lot of niggas like oh so dope say I done ruined their whole experience. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Well, yeah.
I done ruined their whole experience of being up here looking at Selena. So now they got to see my face. Yeah, nigga, take a good look. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
Yeah.
try to soak in. Look, at the same time,
Right.
try to soak in some of this motherfucking game I'm spitting and what you seeing right here because you don't see it every day. You know what I mean?
Right, right, right. You a
You
bit
hear me? Oh,
said.
so dope. You hear me talking to these lames? Oh, so dope. For real, bro. Hey, and like you been told, oh, so dope, right? I said that to him before. I said, damn, man, you and SBK and motherfuckers like, I mean, and people like that. I wish I can be as even keel as you brothers, man. But I got a high motor, so you know what I mean. It comes in handy when I'm doing my job and stuff like that. But when it's go time, I gotta turn up.
Yeah.
But
You
see,
know
that's
what I
the
mean? I
biggest
got
thing.
to.
That's the biggest thing I was telling you, Slim, when we had that conversation on your panel. The things that SBK does, uh, the things that I do or another content creator do, it's all about just finding your niche. It ain't if that might not be for you. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like your niche, like I said, what your job, what you like to do, what you love to do. That's why I asked Selena, what is it that you like to do? What is something that you can talk about for hours without no hesitation. You turn the camera on, you just can go. That's what I mean by like the particular niche. Speaking from experiences, things that happen. Like you said, you working, putting that on camera. I seen some of your shorts and stuff. The things that you passionate about, that can be your lane. People, content creators all do different things, but we can enjoy the content from those people that do what they do well. But what you do well as a content creator, that has to be your thing. You can't let others dictate how you want your content to go. It was pretty much the same thing I was telling you on your panel.
Right. Yep. You're right. You're right. So Slim, how has the
Yeah,
year been
man.
so far for you?
It's been pretty good, man. It's been pretty good. Like I say, this is normally around the time of year that I kind of, you know, put my head down and just go as far as being a business, you know what I'm saying, being in business for myself and running a business. This first
Right.
quarter is real important to me because it sets the tone for the rest of the year. It sets the tone for the rest of the year because, from many different aspects, you know what I mean? Just in my experience of being in business, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, and I would advise anybody that's in business, man, this first quarter kind of, uh, try to, go as hard as you can, right? And then midway through, I say summertime, going into the fall, and kind of, what I'm saying, pay attention to, you know, um, the fruits of your labor as far as you going hard the first 3 months, the first quarter of the year, you know,
Mhm.
in business. Like I say, for me, it set the tone for my business because, like this house I'm in now is a new client. I never did business with this person before. It was referred. She was referred to me from someone else, right? So let's just say this first quarter, I got her and a couple of new people, right?
Mhm.
They gonna refer people. So all through the year, I'm gonna get referral from new people, new people, new people. It's gonna set the tone for
Right.
the rest of my year.
That's awesome. I'm happy
You
for you,
know,
Slim. You really doing some big things. Would you consider yourself, are you a carpenter?
trying to. I'm
You
trying
are
to get
you
down there and be with you that house.
you better stop. Look, I don't want
Trying to
nobody
get
being
down there
mad at
to
me.
Dallas, goddamn me. You know what I'm saying? And let them get mad.
You yeah, get
They
mad.
already
That's
mad. Make
good.
them mad.
You a man. Well, you had me kind of laughing about that one. But so do
It get
you
too
have a
cold up here anyway.
it get too cold? Yeah, now it's gonna be 80
Yeah.
degrees down here. I mean, it was just cold the other day. Now it's gonna be 70 or 80 degrees. I'm like, I can't with this weather. But yeah, that's funny, Slim. You funny. Um, you kind of got me off. But also no. So what
Hmm.
last
I
things
know.
would you like to say? I would, the last thing that you would like to say, I'm about to get off here. So what's the last thing you would like to say?
Um, for any content creator out there that's already a content creator or aspiring to be a content creator, stay true to self. Understand what you're doing it for, what goals you're trying to reach, aspirations. Don't let nobody steer you off course. Understand your objectives, what you're trying to accomplish. Stay focused. Um, Receive the critiques. You know what I'm saying. Take what you can use, and
Mhm,
other stuff, let it fall by the wayside, and it should never make it no never mind to you anyway, because again, it's virtual. Don't
mhm,
give people that kind of power, especially with just tight words, or a panelist that's, that may be irate. Again, this is a very opinionated platform, and you should
mhm.
always be rooted in something, and just staying true to your content. um, and
Okay.
again, take a chance on yourself. Don't put no ceiling on yourself, and just be great, and don't get in the way of yourself being great, and stay positive, and focused. Again,
All right.
that's it.
Well, so what
Got you.
about you, Slim? You got any last words you would like to say?
Oh man, just be you, man. Just be you. Don't never let you know what I'm saying. Never let them see you sweat. Just be
I
you at
know
all
that's right.
times. That's it. Some ain't gonna like it. Most gonna love it. Most gonna love it though. You know what I mean? So
Right.
uh, it take more energy to hate than it do to love. So you know,
Hmm.
if
That's
niggas want to
good.
hate, let them. You know, they got to get that energy out. Let them get that energy out. But focus on the ones that showing you love.
Exactly, Slim. Let me ask you, guys, this: did y'all have fun on Selena's couch? Did y'all have comfort on my pillows and all of that? So you had fun on my couch, Slim.
Uh, I'm yeah. I'm just gonna say yeah. I'm gonna leave it. I'm just gonna say
Well,
yeah. I enjoyed myself.
what about you? Also, dope. Did you have fun on my pillows?
And it's always a great time to be up here and just sharing thoughts and opinions with you. You know, it always makes for great content. And again, thank you for inviting me to the platform. It was
Okay.
definitely dope.
Well, thank you so much. Oh, Lou, you want to come up? I'm about to get off. What you have to say,
Oh
Lou?
no, I
Lou
just wanted to
Jeepers.
add. I just
Lou,
wanted to say one
Lou
thing. What's good with
GTBG.
everybody? What up, though? Respect to everybody on the panel. You know what I'm saying? I
Uh,
just wanted to add to the. What's good, Selena? I just wanted to add to everything and just say when you do what you love,
mhm,
it pays off. You know, sometimes it might not be the money that you want, but if you really love what you do and you put the hard work in and the effort, it'll be satisfying. It won't be work, and you'll get paid good.
I know that's right.
You
Hey,
know,
so basically, just love what you do, whatever it is. I
yeah,
hear that,
I'm a
Lou.
testament. I quit my job years ago, and I haven't worked for nobody since. And I had some good years, and I had some bad years, but I
Right,
love what I do, and I'm successful now because I didn't give up. So,
right.
hey, Selena, if you want to do your whatever you had that you want to do for your YouTube or whatever, if you
Mhm.
love it, do it. Cause it's gonna be beneficial. It's gonna make you happier. You ain't gonna have to, you deal with less drama, and you're gonna make your money.
I know that's right. Thank you, Lou. I mean, I I'm really getting some good advice. I appreciate each and every one of you for giving me that advice. I hope that y'all felt some comfort over here on my couch. I enjoy every time you guys come up and we have a conversation. So thank you so much. You guys make Selena Couch what it is. So thank you. Thank
Hmm.
you also, Dope, Blue, and Slim. I appreciate
Appreciate
you
that.
guys. I'm about to get out of here. Got to go to
All
work.
right, Miss Selena.
All
Yes,
right.
Respect to
man.
Y'all,
the
All right.
fellas. Y'all have a good
Shout
night,
out to
bro.
you, brother.
Respect to
Talk to you
y'all.
guys too, man. Thank you.
y'all be
Yeah.
blessed. I'll talk to you guys later. Love y'all to Reese's Pieces. Appreciate your support. I really do. Thank you for any cash apps or super chats. I really appreciate it. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Selena. It's a vibe, baby. Oak Cliff girl. Can't make you change my world. Damn, you're so fine, girl. Oak Cliff girl. Put them heels on and rule my
Welcome to
world.
Selena's Couch, where you are welcome to be free to be yourself. So you can lay your head on my couch, on my pillows.
It's all good, we can do whatever we wanna do now. I'm in my bag right now, and I got a feeling, babe, yeah. You gon' be my number one lover. Sleeping night, making love to each other. With the lights on top of the covers. Just me and you, babe. And I feel like you're my
Love you to Reese's Pieces.
Get you a word. Nana nana boo boo.